Hello, so I wanted to do a video on Alvanor, the newest hero in the game. Right, so Alvanor, right, you actually get him from this shop here. Right, so for 8,000 you can get him at 3 stars. So we'll do that. Right, so that was 100 souls so 100 coins per soul, but if you look, it actually goes to 15,000 for 100 souls, so it goes 150 coins per soul. So I'm actually probably not gonna evolve him. I think we'll probably just keep him at 3 stars. I'm not in a big hurry. Like I said, I'm not gonna spend the resources to level him up. I said we'll talk about him, but oh, and I guess I get another quest here, but so Alvanor, right? I probably should have actually looked at his abilities before I did this, but right, he has 4 different abilities. Right, his first one, it absorbs, like I said, his ult creates a runic barrier that absorbs base damage from basic attacks. Right, 100% of damage from basic attacks. Higher level increases the damage it absorbs for disappearing. Second ability, Wrath of Nature does magic damage and decreases magic defense. This is a debuff, so that can be blocked by Sebastian or Celeste, or healed by Celeste in the Nebula. Rune of Life, so this is a healing ability. Or he's probably marked as a healer. Nope, just mage support, interesting. But this is a healing ability. Right, and Alloy, that Grove Keepers are healed for twice as much, so he heals himself. And Grove Keepers is Thea, and Kai is in himself, so they can heal twice as much. Harmony of the Grove, so his ult, right after he gets his ult up, it's on him. If Thea and Kai are there, it remains on them like permanently, becomes a permanent buff, right? So they become immune to basic attacks. This is what makes him interesting. I'm not sure it's good enough though. Right, so let's see, let's level him up though. Let's put some levels into him. Alright, so now he's max level. Let's get him up to Violet at least. Blue. Oops. There we go. Oh my gosh, I have so many of these. There you go. We'll have to do that for a minute. Alright, so now he's at Violet rank, so we can look at these just a bit easier. Yeah, so this is probably the key ability here, right? So when he gets this up, he becomes immune to basic attacks, right? And the other characters are Kai and Thea, so I kind of feel like him and Thea in the same team's kind of redundant. Thea is a strong healer, and most of the time you're not going to use 2 healers in the same team unless you're doing like a sustain team, right? So I could see like a sustain team on defense with like Alvanor, Thea, Celeste, Sebastian, Aurora maybe, right? That might be a team. Right, but Kai, I mean, maybe you could use him with Kai, with like maybe like a Kark build or something, use him as your healer, but I don't really see a lot of teams so you'll want Kai, Thea, and Alvanor in, right? It feels like you're just too much on healing, not like, because you don't have, I mean, like I said, then you're pretty much, your last 2 slots are probably Sebastian and Aurora, right? There just ends up being not a lot of space for that. But he could be interesting. Right, like I said, blocking basic attacks, that makes him really good versus Kira, if he can get this up, but I feel like by the time he gets it up, Kira have already done a lot of damage, right? And he can't protect the full team indefinitely, just himself, and then like the Urkai if they're with him, right? So, right, and like he'll block Celeste's basic attack, which is good. Like Celeste does a lot of damage, but at the same time, he said Celeste blocks his healing, so he can take damage from her cursed flame, right? While not having the healing prevented. So I don't know. I think the general consensus that he's not that great, but he can't. Maybe he's like, there'll be a team for him someday. But I'm not planning on investing like my resources into him at this time, right? It's like, I mean, eventually I will be able to use these on him, and I have plenty of these, so like I can get his souls later, like in a few months when he's opened up on these. I can use these for that, right? Like, so I'm not, like I said, I don't really want to invest the resources into him right now, because my resources it takes for me to have him at a competitive level is more than I want to spend on him. There he is. Right, so, but is he good? That's the really question. I think he can be like good in like a sustained team on defense. And there might be like a Kai build or something somewhere that wants him, but I think overall, I feel like he's not really worth it at this time, and we've certainly seen some battles, like if we want to try some max power battles. Alright, let's try a max power battle. Let's see, let's do, where is the, right, so then we could do like Aurora, Celeste, and like Jew. Let's see, where is Jew? Jew, so let's try this team. Let's see what this gets. Right, so let's see how this works. Right, this is 3 healers. I'm not using Sebastian, which would normally be a mistake, but we're just trying out that new hero to kind of see what we got here. Let's just see what we got. Yeah, see, that's why now Sebastian's a mistake, but yeah. Yeah. So that's not gonna, he's not gonna work well against Isaac without Sebastian. Right, I said you still need Sebastian. So we'll try this again, but this time next time without Celeste. Maybe Jew will get there. Because I do like Thea and Jew teams, so. I said Jew might just get there. Jew is pretty good. Nope, not quite. Alright, so we'll put Sebastian in that and test that one again. That wasn't the test we just ran. This is it. Jew, Aurora, Sebastian, Alvanor. Okay. We'll try it one more time. Let's see. This time we'll have Sebastian. Hopefully protect from Isaac. Yeah, that's why I say Sebastian's the best hero in the game, because he really is. Ability to protect against all status effects is huge. That's why he's ubiquitous at the high end. Like, I mean, if you don't have Sebastian, you need to, like I said, you need to get him ASAP. Like, he is quite literally the best hero in the game. Alright, so Aurora. Alright. Well, now Alvanor's buffs on. Let's see if this helps his team. Right, so Celeste's damage output is now going to be a lot lower. Right, he gains extra energy for the damage he absorbs, so he is going to use the ult a lot now. Oh, I need to talk about his artifacts. You know, I didn't even look at his artifacts. So he buffs magic attack. Okay, about there he dies to Dante's ult. And I assume that means that Thea won't have a regenerating barrier anymore, but we'll see. Maybe it's a passive that stays. Oh, look, looks like the barrier actually stays after death, so that's good. But yeah, I could see him in like a Jew team, like kind of like I just did there. But we need to look at his artifacts. I've totally forgot about his artifacts. And he has a skin even too. So let's go back into artifacts. Right, so what's he get? He has magic attack, magic penetration book, and then of course intelligence. Right, so this is actually, he could be really good. Right, his ability to gain extra energy for himself. Good for magic attack. Right, I mean, if you don't have Sebastian with him, Satori can get useful again. I mean, Satori, kind of not a useful hero since Sebastian blocks his marks, but if you ever catch an Alvanor without Sebastian block him, yeah, and you have Satori leveled up, Satori can get him. Yeah, no, magic attack, like I said, so this could be pretty good, kind of like, you know, but magic attack buffs are always good. Like his skin, gosh, I don't know why I clicked it out of his skins. Right, he has a magic attack skin and an intelligence skin. Glyph, look left, you have magic attack, magic penetration, health, defense. Alright, so pretty basic stuff. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, like if you really think you'll use him, I mean, right, I think it goes 15, 20, and 30, so you're looking at like 73,000 coins to get him to Absolute Star, which is a lot. The Old Grove gifts, like, you can get, I think these are better buy than the Chaos Cores, because you can get Chaos Cores in the Old Grove gifts. I bought a bunch earlier, I actually ended up with like 80 Chaos Cores out of them, but I mean, I bought like over 200 of them. So, I mean, that's kind of where I've spent most of my coins, because I wanted to get all my uniques, because I collect all my uniques, right? So I got, there was 5 uniques from those, you want to know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, those ones are there. This was from a quest for like buying emeralds, I believe. Or maybe it's daily logins, I can't remember. But these 5 were in the Old Grove gifts if you're trying for all those. But I collect my uniques, so I definitely had to go for all of them. But yeah, no, that's, like I said, there's one more day to spend your coins, so let's figure out what you are. But I feel like 18,000 for skin is a lot. It's just magic attack. I mean, it could be good, but especially when you have things like, I mean, the Hand of Glory, with the new price changes, the Hand of Glory is much better via this 1,000 coins. Remember, it's $16.50 to buy it from like the Outland for one of these other shops, right? If you see a Hand of Glory in one of these, it'll be $16.50. So that's a better buy. Whereas, like, you know, you're spending $18,750. That's worse than spending, like I said, because that's, you know, because these are better buy. Like, these coins are worth more than the Outland coins, and this is worse than, like, if you just bought the skin stones with Outland coins, because you'll have to spend more coins on this for 5,000 stones. Right, so I just feel like this is a bad value. I mean, you can get Enigma's Chronicles, right? Which is probably where I'll spend the rest of my coins. Right, you can, like I said, because normally it's 820 for 10 fragments, and you're getting all 80 fragments for 5,000 coins, so this is like also a good buy. Right, I think those are probably the best buys, that and the Old Grove gifts. Old Grove gifts are pretty good. Anyway, I hope you guys found this video informative. Thank you for watching.